You're watching TVC Breakfast. Now, according to the World Health Organization, at least 2.2 billion people have cases of vision impairment, and at least 1 million of these cases could have been prevented or is yet to be addressed. This is an issue that affects people from all ages, which could have lasting effects on all aspects of life, including daily activities and interactions with other people. Today is World Sight Day with the theme, Love Your Eyes. Love Your Eyes. It's about raising awareness about the conditions of blindness, sight impairment, and vision care. And with me in the studio is the National President of the Nigerian Optometric Association, Dr. Obinna Awiaka. It's nice to have you join me.
Thank you very much.
Great, you're welcome.
Yes.
Happy World Sight Day.
Sight Day, yes. Love your eyes.
Now, the theme for this year is quite interesting. Love your eyes. Talk to us about this. How did they come up with that, and what's the significance of the love for the eyes?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. It came up from the World Health Organization and the International Agency for Prevention of Blindness. So they discovered that because of the pandemic, we will not be able to do as much as we will do normally in a World Sight Day. That is the outreaches, the screening, and all that. So they came up with a team that people can take personal responsibility to care for their eyes. So that thing said, love your eyes. So love your eyes means you have to take a personal responsibility to say, yes, I will make a pledge to love my eyes. And one of the things I need to do is to make sure I have my eyes tested. Yes, you need to have your eyes tested, and we're targeting 1 million people to have their eyes tested this World Sight Day.
Wow. Now, the eyes, they say, is the light of the body, one way or the other. But make us understand, you have a prototype here, which we're going to go into for you to tell us what the issues are. But what are some of the everyday avoidable things that we do that threaten the safety of the eye?
Yes, from what you read, what you said earlier on, 2.2 billion people are blind globally. Now, that's
a huge number.
It's a huge number. Now, what is more scary is that half of that, about 1 billion people, could have been avoided. They could have been prevented. And a lot of the things that cause blindness are preventable. And because people don't do the right things, and that is why they get blind. One of the leading cause of blindness is refractive error. And refractive errors is usually corrected by simply having an eye examination and getting the necessary pair of glasses. Another leading cause of blindness is cataract. And cataract also can be prevented. And these things are, people usually don't know how to take care of their eyes. People don't, they spend a lot of money on their suits, on their clothes, and even on other, part of their bodies, but not the eyes, because they take the gift of sight for granted. And that is why this year we want to encourage people to begin to love their eyes. And part of loving your eyes, you must also do a lot of preventive measures, things that can cause blindness. What are the preventive measures you can do? The first thing is to go for an eye examination. If you don't know the conditions of your eye, you won't be able to treat whatever it is there. And most of these problems, like I said, are preventable, they are treatable. It's just for you to be aware that you need to test them. Yeah,
now besides the issue of testing, are there things we expose ourselves to, like maybe light or dust or water or environment or whatever? What are the things that threaten the eyes?
It's very interesting to note that when you travel abroad, where the climate is cold, you will see a lot of people wear sunglasses, especially polarized sunglasses. And then you come over to Africa, where the weather is hot, the heat is there, and people just walk in the sun without protection. Now, the UV rays from the sun can cause harmful effects on the eyes. The dust that is moving, a lot of dust in Lagos, in Abuja, in every part of the country, can cause things that we call pinguecula in the eyes. And also we have a situation whereby the smoke coming from generators, coming from the buses, the vehicles in Nigeria, can also have harmful effect on the eyes. And these are the things that we expose ourselves daily.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you have an eyeball here.
Exactly.
Can you break it down for us? When it comes to this is like the sample of the human eyeball. This is what it looks like.
Eye looks like.
What is the most important part of the eyeball?
The interesting thing is that every part of the eyeball is important.
Okay.
It works together.
Okay.
And the eye is referred to as the window of the body. Yes, through the eye, you can actually see what is going on in your body. Yeah, you can see people that have high blood pressures, people that have diabetes, people that have HIV, and a lot of other things through just looking into the eyes.
Okay.
And like I said, every part of the eye is important, starting from the external part of the eye to the back of the eye, which is the retina. Now you will see something here. What it means is that this part of the eye, which is the optic nerve, is connected directly to the brain. Now this is the only organ, the eye is the only organ in the human body that is directly connected to the brain. And what that means is that the eye is actually an extension of the brain. And so if there's any damage to the eye, it's going to affect everything in the body. That is why you must take care of your eyes. And a lot of people have what we call cataract. And like I said, the cataract is actually the lens of the eye. I can break this down for you to see.
I think
the
eye has been opened.
Yes, the eye is open. This is what the lens look like.
Aha.
Yes.
Okay.
So
this is the part that we can see outright here.
No, this is the part you can see.
Okay. This one is inside.
This is the lens. This is the part that you can see. It's called the cornea.
Okay.
And so this part is actually the one that takes in a protein deposit, and becomes blurry and becomes whitish. And when it becomes whitish, the person can no longer see. And that is why you're allowed to go and have what we call a cataract surgery. When the cataract surgery is simply removing this original lens and implanting an intraocular lens. So
that's like an artificial one.
Yes, the intraocular lens that will be implanted will make you see better. That is why I said these things are correctable. But people walk around blind just because this part of the eye has problem. And now we have what we call the back of the eye, which is the retina. You can see it has a lot of nerve.
Okay.
You can see blood vessels.
To the back. Okay.
Yes, to the back.
I can see a blue and a red, like the veins, eh?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. We have a situation of somebody, I just met a bank MD a few days ago. He said he was walking on the street of London and just saw a place that says free eye test. And what did he do? He walked in and just to have an eye test, and it was discovered that he had a retinal tear, and that is an ocular emergency. So they quickly referred him, and he had to do his procedure. Now, if he didn't have that opportunity to have an eye examination, he would have gone blind. So we have a lot of people who have gone blind because of that. And that is why every eye clinics in Nigeria today, when you walk in, you are going to be given that opportunity to have a free eye examination, no charge at all.
I see.
Courtesy of the Nigerian Optometric Association.
On a day like this?
On a day like this.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. Now, for those who already have a challenge with the eyes, how best can they manage the eyes without necessarily going for surgery? Because when you're talking about surgery, some people will talk about, they don't have the monies for all of that and so on. But how do you manage a situation where the impairments had already kicked in? Okay,
usually not all eye diseases or eye problems is surgery. Like I said earlier on, if you have refractive error is the simple ones. We have the myopia, the hyperopia, the astigmatism, or the presbyopia. Usually everybody at one time in your life, you will have a refractive error.
Okay.
Every human
that's
being.
for everyone.
Every human being.
As you grow older.
Yes, as you grow older, when you get about 40 years, you're going to have what we call presbyopia. And that is why we, at Nigerian Optometric Association, always ask people to test your eye, no matter how young you are. We are advocating for preschool testing. We're advocating for pre-employment testing. We're advocating for driver's testing. We want everybody to have the opportunity to have an eye examination. And so if you find out what the problem is, every problem can be managed. Like I said, some through surgery, some by just giving medication, some by giving glasses, some you just need to be counseled by the optometrist who just counsel you, and sometimes you even be given the kind of food to eat, the kind of things to do in order to maintain the health of the eyes.
All right. Now, when one wakes up, and there's this question for you. When one wakes up in the morning, sometimes you have a deposit at the corner of the eyes here. What is that? Is that like the dirt that were cleaned or wiped out somewhere? What are those deposits in the in the middle there?
Okay. Usually your eye gets dust and get particles during the day, and usually by the time you sleep, everything accumulates towards the fornix, the cornea fornix. So what happens is, at that period when you sleep, the deposit comes in, and in the morning you see it there. So what you do is just simply wiping up. Or it's different from when you wake up in the morning and the eyes gone together and you see something sticky.
Yeah.
When it's sticky, and you know that at that point it is a bacterial infection. So you need to see an optometrist. When you wake up in the morning, you have redness, or you have a situation where the eyes are sticky, you need to see a doctor. So the doctor will examine you and know whether it's bacteria or viral, whatever is causing the problem, and the proper treatment will be given to you.
So some people have talked about the myth of using urine to wash the face or wash the eyes. I guess you must have heard some of these things.
We've heard a lot. We've heard so.
Talk to us about these.
Nigerians, please. Like I said, a lot of this blindness can be preventable. We've grown up with a lot of myths. A lot of women use breast milk. So when they notice something in their children's eye, they just apply breast milk. Some urine, some onions. I've heard of onions.
Yeah, exactly. I heard of onions too.
Once you use onions,
exactly, just rub it in the eyes, and then you're good to go.
No. These things have side effects. They are going to affect your eyes. They are going to damage your eyes. They are not necessary. Usually, your eyes has a way of taking care of itself. If there's, like I said, if there's a particle in your eye, by the time you sleep in the morning, you'll get this particle cleared off at the end of the day. But if there's an infection, you need it treated. So you don't need to apply urine, you don't need to apply coconut oil, you don't need to apply breast milk or any of these myths. They do not help. Trust me, from a doctor, from an optometrist, they do not help. They will cause more harm than good.
All right. Now, talk to us about the situation where we used to hear of river blindness, where it's caused by the black fly. Is it? Am I right?
Uncle Second.
Very good. Do we still have those situations? It used to be one of the tropical diseases.
Yes, it used to be very paramount, especially in riverine areas. But thank God for WHO. These things have been drastically reduced, very, very much reduced. We only find traces of them in some of these riverine areas. Yes.
So you talked about the use of glasses earlier on, sunglasses. Talk to us from that perspective, because in our societies here, where people who we see with sunglasses are either celebrities, with all of the goggles and so on, and then others who wear sunglasses, you feel like maybe they're just some young boys who just want to feel a certain way. But how important are sunglasses, especially when we have the sun directly on us here?
Okay, when I talk about sunglasses, I actually mean UV protective glasses.
Okay.
Not all sunglasses have UV protection, first of all.
So which is UV protected?
Yes, not all sunglasses. So when you see people carry sunglasses and the traffic and walk around, they are not UV protective sunglasses.
Okay.
Usually. So if you want to buy sunglasses, you need to buy it from the authorized people, which is the eye clinics. When you buy the eye clinics will give you the UV protection, or what we call the polarized glasses. Now, the rays of the sun, what the sunglasses does is protects it. So those harmful rays of the sun doesn't cross the lenses. They don't get to your eyes. But the ones you buy from the road, and once you wear them, the whole rays will still get into your eyes and cause damage. Yes.
Wow, how?
Yes.
Because the point there is, in our own eyes, the moment the vision gets dimmer, it's dim. So you don't have to squint your eyes to see, because the sun is out there. So we feel that the rays, have been taken care of.
No.
Okay.
What happens is like light just has reduced coming into your eyes.
Okay.
Not the rays. There are different kind of rays. In fact, right now we also have lenses that have anti-reflection. We also have anti-blue lenses, because the most dangerous rays right now is the blue light that comes from your devices, your computers, your phone. Now we have what we call anti-blue lenses. So what happens is with anti-blue, just like the sunglasses, when light comes into your eyes, it protects you it protects the blue rays from getting directly to your eyes. So those blue rays don't cross that lens. They selectively hold them back. So that is exactly what UV rays does with sunglasses.
Okay. Now there's this question for you about people who use contact lens, especially for the ladies who use contact lens, and also sometimes they use eyelashes and so on.
Okay.
How do all of these pose a threat to the eyes?
Contact lenses don't pose any threat.
Okay.
They are actually recommended.
Okay.
If you don't want to wear your glasses, usually your optometrist can recommend your contact lenses. If you play sports or you do games that want to wear something removable, you'll be advised to use contact lenses. Contact lenses, there's a special, a separate examination you need to do. So you don't go off the shelf to buy contact lenses like most people do for cosmetic reasons. They just buy off the shelf and put in their eyes. It's not usually advised. You need to run a test, and your doctor, your optometrist will recommend the right contact lenses for your eyes. Now, these contact lenses, while the optometrist gives you the contact lenses, the optometrist will counsel you on how to use them. Because if you don't also use them rightly, you can introduce germs and infections into your eyes. So some of the contact lenses, you're not meant to sleep with them. But some people just forget and go to bed with them. And in the morning, they start looking for the contact lenses. It's lost somewhere in the eyes. So those are kind of things you will get as counsel from the optometrist when you wear your contact lenses. And trust me, the contact lenses will protect your eyes. The other question you said, after...
I was talking about eyelashes. Some people fix eyelashes.
The one that goes this way.
Yeah, exactly. They're almost like fingers that go.
I once had a patient, one of the celebrities, who rushed into my clinic, and they were trying to fix the eyelashes, and then the super glue they used for it got into the cornea of the eye. It was a medical emergency. I had to take care of that. Now, it's advisable. There's nothing wrong with fashion. There's nothing wrong with the lashes, but you must take care in fixing them. You must use the right things. You must go to experts who know how to fix them. And that is why I encourage makeup artists to also work with optometrists. Work with optometrists so that you'll be guided on how the things not to use and the things to use in fixing those lashes.
All right. Now, as we round off now, we often see in the evenings or in the night sometimes, especially like in Lagos, we see some vehicles with flash, lights like that. not the headlamp necessarily, but some
But
the headlight,
some
the
add
headlamps.
something.
Yes,
Okay.
you know, flashing light. What? How does that pose a danger to the eyes for those who see them?
Well, a lot
Flashlights
of,
generally.
some people generally have what we call photophobia.
Okay.
That means they react to lights. And usually when you have photophobia, the doctor, when you see the doctor and make that complaint, a certain treatment will be given to your lenses to help prevent that kind of light from affecting you usually. That is why those people that have photophobia, when they're driving and there's this flash, like you said, they usually want to park or go to the corner. Which is also dangerous because you don't know what is on the
what's there
side of the road.
Yeah.
So that is why it's advisable to tell your optometrist when you go for today's free screening that you have photophobia, that you have problems with flashes of light, and the doctor will note it down and make sure that it's applied to your treatment.
All right. Finally, this question is for you, saying what kind of food, diet should one take that helps the eyes?
Yes, you know, like this year's theme for What's Eye Day is love your eyes.
Love your eyes.
And part of the piece of loving your eyes is prevention. Okay, so preventing eye diseases, you need to eat fruits that are rich in antioxidants.
Okay.
Antioxidants, because they help the back of the eye. Like I said, it's all these nerves. They supply the right nutrients to them, and so if those foods include carrots, broccoli. Like I tell people, the foods that are green, the food that you run away from are the food that helps the eye. But the one you rush, the burger, they're not the ones that help the eye. So go for the green vegetables. Go for the broccoli, go for the onions, and that is why onion is good in this aspect. You eat it.
If you eat it, not
rubbing it on your eyes. You eat it, so it's part of your diet.
Okay.
So you must make sure that everything green, everything vegetable is in every meal you take.
Okay.
That will help.
Vegetables and fruits. All right.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Dr. Obin Awiaka, the National President, Nigeria Optometric Association. We really appreciate what you do.
Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you.
We encourage everybody today.
Thank
you
you
yourself.
Yeah.
I
love my eyes. Exactly.
Take a pledge.
To love my eyes.
To love your eyes.
Exactly.
Do an eye examination.
All right.
See an optometrist
I guess
today.
I have to come to check up the eyes so we can see the nerves here, so I can help them too of my eyes. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.